Let me ask you a question. What do a pizza box, a raincoat, an umbrella, and makeup and firefighting foam all have in common? The answer? They all contain PFAS. Another acronym, but one you should definitely keep in mind. PFAS stands for per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, a large family of man-made chemicals appreciated for their endless list of properties, such as resistance to heat, oil, stains, and water. You probably know them from your non-stick pans, but their use goes way beyond that and shows up in many everyday products. Why? Because their carbon-fluorine bonds are among the strongest in chemistry, making PFAS incredibly stable and versatile. Though invisible to the consumer's eye, it's their incredible stability that has made PFAS a go-to for industries worldwide for decades. Whether in firefighting foams to starve fires of oxygen, in textiles to create water and stain-resistant fabrics, in food packaging to prevent grease, or in the beauty industry for smoother, longer-lasting makeup. And that's just a few examples. Only recently have these chemicals started receiving attention for the serious health risk that they pose. Let's take a closer look at it. The same durability that makes PFAS so useful for production also makes them so dangerous. Because they hardly break down, PFAS have earned the nickname forever chemicals, meaning that over time, they accumulate in our environment, wildlife, and even our own bodies. Scientific research from agencies like the European Environmental Agency links PFAS exposure to possible issues with immune system function, hormone disruption, possible increase in cancer risk, and developmental problems. PFAS pollution has been found in drinking water and in the bloodstream of people worldwide, often exceeding safe levels meant to protect human health and the environment. Some studies have even detected PFAS in fetuses during the first trimester, showing early exposure before birth. And we're only just beginning to understand how widespread and concerning this issue really is. Hearing about those risks, you might be wondering, what can we do about it? And is there a safe, effective alternative? Let's meet with Mika Nikinma, lead in biometric solutions at VTT and coordinator of the ZeroF project, a research project funded by the European Commission and the Swiss State Secretariat for Education, Research and Innovation.
The challenge with PFAS is, of course, that they are long-lasting and they can be toxic, and there is now evidence being built on this situation. But also this challenge for replacing them in the value chain is due to the nature of PFAS. So they offer you both oil and water repellent properties with very moderate cost. In order to replace this, we have to develop coatings that actually give both of these hydro and oleophobic properties, but also without increasing the cost too much, and that being applicable in the current system. And in order to tackle this, we will be focusing on developing coating systems for both packaging and also in the textile sector.
ZeroF brings together 12 research and industry partners across Europe to develop PFAS-free materials for textiles and food packaging that are safe both for our health and the planet. The project is part of a cluster of European initiatives, as for example, the BioSushi, ProPlanet and Tornado projects. They are all focused on replacing PFAS. PFAS have quietly made their way into our daily lives. But to tackle the problem, we first need to understand the risks that they bring and then explore safer alternatives. That is exactly what projects like ZeroF are working on, advancing research and helping industries make the shift. To give you a clearer picture of the situation and the solutions being explored, you can follow our awareness campaign over the next following weeks. In the next video, We will explore why replacing PFAS is so challenging and what researchers are doing to find safer alternatives in textiles and food packaging.